What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be diving into my top 5 favorite bosses from Demon Souls. You guys are probably wondering, yes, what are our top 5 favorite bosses from Demon Souls? The number 1 on the list, it has to, without a doubt, be the Penetrator. I mean, hello, look at that name, first of all. And secondly, the armor set on this dude, please, he is just absolutely stunning, okay? The moveset, the sword, I believe that is rot that is being utilized on his sword, but you'll have to correct me down in the comments below if I'm wrong. I'm not sure what it is that is exactly coating his sword to give that luminescent blood dead, you know, I'm gonna kill you vibe. Secondly on the list is the Dragon God. It is one of the most epic slash cheesy bosses I have ever fought. I feel like they could have done so much more with that boss instead of just making it like, oh, you have to shoot one magic thing into one arm, another magic thing into another arm, and then you just slash his chin for a couple of minutes. Like, I don't think that it was the most well done or well executed boss, but I feel like in the way that it looks and the aesthetic, it is one of the most epic ones. Now, third on the list of my favorite bosses from Demon Souls is the Fool's Idol. Now, do we not see the similarities between her and a certain other boss from Elden Ring? I'll give you a little bit of a hint. Yeah, that's right. She kind of reminded me of Renella, Queen of the Full Moon from Elden Ring. I feel like they're I don't know, just their aesthetics and the way that they float about very ominously are just very similar. Plus the whole book thing, you know, she's carrying a book. Renella is kind of, you know, beautiful librarian that we all wish that we had. Although I'm very happy that these skeletons did not throw books at me like those children did in Elden Ring. That was just annoying and obnoxious. So next up in my list of favorites from Demon Souls is Maiden Estrella, because in all of that dankness and all of that chaos in the Valley of Defilement, you have beauty. You have someone who wants to protect the disturbing nature of the place, and I feel like her lore and who she is as a character is fascinating. More of the lore so is really just interesting to listen to, because whenever I first fought that boss, I was like, wait a second, this doesn't seem right. This feels so out of place. And because of that, it's one of my favorites, because she's a very simple boss, but her, you know, her bodyguard really isn't that simple unless you do the cheese for the boss. But her boss battle is so out of place and entirely simplistic, and it's kind of like the yin and the yang, finding the beauty in the chaos kind of thing. So I feel like because of that, it has become, you know, one of my favorites. And finally on the list of my top 5 favorite bosses from Demon Souls is Old King Allen himself. Old King Allen is an interesting one because his moveset is entirely chaotic, and you can never really be sure what he's going to do next. One of the things that I think is one of my favorite movesets that he does is, I think it's the Soul Sucker. I don't know if that's the actual name for it, but he will literally steal souls from you and decrease your soul level, so you decrease in strength during the boss battle. It's a very unique move. I don't know why Miyazaki did not incorporate that in other Souls games. Yes, hate me down in the comments below for suggesting that, but I feel like it is such a cool moveset and such a cool thing to have utilized, where you literally have a character that can diminish your soul level. And it's so incredibly epic, because all of that hard work, you need to constantly be keeping up with that in order to kind of beat him to the punch. So many of these bosses that I've encountered during my time with Demon Souls are so much fun. They're so incredibly chaotic. They are so cheesy, and a lot of them are just plain old easy. Old hero. If once you have the Thief's Ring, you are unstoppable. I think the things that I utilized the most in my gameplay were the Thief's Ring and the Invisibility Cloak, because once you have the Invisibility Cloak, sure, once you're like right next to the enemy, they will notice you and they'll hear you, but it gives you such an upper hand. Utilize it, test it out, let me know what you think, okay? But that was it for my top 5 favorites from Demon Souls. Let me know your top 5 favorites from Demon Souls if you guys have played the game down in the comments below. And let me know what you guys thought of Demon Souls. I absolutely love the game. So incredible. The review for the game is going to be coming out Wednesday, and it'll be up on Patreon for everyone on Monday. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I'll see you all in the next video. Umbasa. Mr. Bonington III's hand fell off, so I get to use it as a prop. It's got me thinking. It's really, honestly, really could use it as a hair comb, as a thing, as a dingle hopper. Yes, oh god, I almost poked myself in the eye with a bone. Better watch out or we're gonna be throwing hands. It's okay, I'll be here every Tuesday.